Hello and welcome to the walkthrough for installing Mario 64 on your Nspire CX. Before we get started, there's a few disclaimers we should address. First of all, you have to make sure your Nspire CX 1 or 2 is able to be jailbroken. As you can see here, you have to check the operating system by pressing 5 and then 4. You can see the version here. You have to make sure that the number you have is supported by the jailbreaking program, which is called Endless. There's a link to it in the description. And as you can see here, this is the version that my calculator is on, so it's able to be jailbroken. And if yours isn't listed here, you're going to have to wait for your version to be supported, which could take a while. And if you have an older operating system, you can always upgrade it to one of the supported ones. Second of all, performance. The game runs pretty slowly overall. On a CX2, optimal gameplay runs at about 4 FPS while skipping frames. If you have just a CX1, it'll probably run even slower than that. Since there's a lot of copyright laws around distributing executable game files, you'll need to make it yourself. This will probably take the most time of the whole installation, and it can be a little intensive. First, you'll need to get a copy of the Mario 64 ROM with a .z64 extension. You'll probably be able to find one with just a quick Google search, and it should look something like this. The same name and everything. Might need to rename it. Next, you'll need to follow the instructions on the GitHub of the port, which is also listed in the description. I'm going to be following along using a Windows 10 PC. If you go, the GitHub is here, you scroll down, click on installing. You'll need access to a Linux command terminal going forward. On Windows, you can use WSL or Windows Subsystem for Linux. You can access it by typing WSL down here in the search bar. But if that doesn't work, you can also use the Windows command terminal, and then type in this command here. Might take a second. Then it might ask you for a username and passwords. Do anything. Alright, on the official GitHub page, there's a written guide here, which has all the commands you'll need to enter. So next you'll do all of these here, one at a time. Alright, after all those are done, you'll need to do these commands too here. Just copy them one by one again. Some of them might take a while, especially this one here that says build toolchain. Might have to wait a few minutes for it. Okay, now you should be on step 3 here, and there's only a few more things you need to do. Run these 3 commands in a row here. Remember that ROM file you have, you're going to need to put it into this folder. If you want to find the folder you're at in the File Explorer, you can type this command in. in there. Then to actually make the executable, you type make J4. Alright, once it's done, you can go back to the File Explorer. I might need to refresh here. There should be a folder called build. Go into this, and the executable should be right here. It should have a .tns extension. And you're going to need this for the next step for installing. Alright, now we're on the part where you actually install a game to your calculator. The first step is you're going to need Endless, which is the jailbreaking program of the calculator, if you don't have it already. In the description should be a link to their GitHub. It should look like this. You're going to want to go to Releases and download their latest one, 2019. And remember where you put it. And then open this, the Inspire student software, which you can download from an official source. And find where you downloaded the files. I have mine right here. Should be the installers. So this is the file system of your computer, and this is the one of your calculator. Just click on it. You have to connect your calculator to your PC first. Okay. So if you don't already, you're gonna have to. You can make a folder like so, and name it Endless. I already have one. And then whatever operating system your calculator is, you're gonna need the correct installer for it. Out of all these, mine is the one that should say. Oh, well, it's not gonna be in here because I already transferred it, but it's this one that says 5.3.0. And you're also gonna need the resources. You can just drag and drop to transfer out of here. And once you have that, you can, oh, while we're here, you're gonna need to transfer the executable. So what you can also do is just pull this up if you have it still right here. Make a folder called SM64. What are these? And then just drag it in there. Might take a while, it's a pretty big file for the calculator to handle. Okay, and then you can do the rest on the calculator itself. Alright, now you're on your physical calculator. At this point you should probably detach the cable connecting to the PC, as it'll make it a little bit slower actually. So go to Browse. And if you go to your 64 folder and click on it, it'll say format isn't supported. It'll say this whenever Endless isn't installed, so this will happen whenever your calculator resets. You're gonna have to install Endless again. Okay, and now it's working. You see these two top lines here? That's just a sanity check, so if the top one isn't 0 and the bottom one isn't around 1,000, you should probably just hit escape and try again. And then you can just press any button here and the game will start. Back on your PC here, you'll notice if you go back into that folder, there's two extra files. One of them's a config file and the other's a save file. The save file you can transfer to pretty much anywhere and it'll load your progress on another calculator or such. And the other file, the config, you can't actually edit the config on the calculator, but you can transfer it to your PC. Open it with Notepad, and you can see a bunch of different options here. Most of them actually don't work. The only ones you're going to actually need to change if you want to are these two and this one. Draw sky means if you set it to false, the skyboxes won't render, and it'll improve performance a little bit. 120p mode. If you turn it off, the game will be full res, but it'll run a lot slower. Performance won't be as good. And frame skip is kind of is the one you'll probably change most often if needed. Increasing it is going to make it it's going to make the game run technically faster, but the frames are going to take longer and you won't have as much precision. And if you lower it to like maybe 3, the game is going to run a little bit slower, but you'll have more precision in movement and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. If you got stuck in any parts or have any other questions, you can leave a comment or open an issue on the official GitHub. I'll try and take a look at it. Thanks for watching.